in the National Football League, you find a way to win a game. And we were a franchise that for so many years of our lives did as the Bears did yesterday. We found new and inventive ways to lose games, right? Let somebody else do it for once. I'm never, ever going to apologize for a win, and I'm not going to apologize for yesterday. Why? Won the game. Divisional game. Broke the streak on Thanksgiving. 11-1. Okay, cool. Now, I wish next week was next Sunday. I wish this was it would be great to give the bodies an extra few days off. And you and I talked about it on the pregame show, Neal. We have to start having the conversation, whether we want to or not, of when are the injuries going to catch up to this team. We do. We have to have that. Hell, we were having it yesterday. And then they were dropping like flies during the game. It would be in our best interest if we face the Green Bay Packers next Sunday as opposed to next Thursday. But here we are. This is a team that when an obstacle shows itself, okay, next man up. It is literally the living epitome of next man up, what we're seeing with the Detroit Lions right now.
All right, KG, you were on the watch party yesterday because look,
yes,
I'm not playing around today. Like, we're getting into this, and lines need to be drawn, and we got to discuss this because. First off, bring me up to speed. The people in real time, I can only imagine. Is it what I imagined it would be?
It was bad.
Give me a sampling. What were some of the overriding tones?
There was one guy in particular. His name was like Douglas Rivet in the chat. He, after every single Lions miscue, was just like, "Oh, I told you. See, SOL is rearing his ugly head." I like it when I'm right, like all caps. It was bad. And then, of course, you know you had your regular fans in the chat that were starting to become doubtful. And it's ridiculous at this point. These guys were in control the whole game, and I get that they gave up points at the end, but I can't stress enough. You went into the fourth quarter up 23-7. All the pressure was on the Bears to come back and win that game. The Lions did more than enough. Like you guys stated, it was not going to be a cakewalk per se. It kind of looked that way after the first half, but this is a division game. They weren't just going to come in here and lay down and say what you want about Caleb Williams, Neal. I know he didn't play the best, but towards the end of the game, he made the plays that were needed to be made to put the team in a position to win. Now, what they did at the end, we all know was malfeasance. It was some bullshit. I've never seen anything like it, but that's on them. Nobody apologized to us when we were making those mistakes.
No.
So it is what it is, but just the fan base, if we're 11-1, like if you don't believe in this product at this point, I don't know what to tell you. It's exhausting. Trying to all the Zadarius Smith slander I saw yesterday. Yes, it was horrible. It was horrible. Like at every turn,
based on what?
People were ready to just at every turn fold because they felt like, oh, this is SOL. This feels like what it used to feel like, and it's stupid.
Sean, I told you this yesterday. People feel like they're owed something on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
They feel like they're
100%.
owed something. Like they're being cheated.
100%.
Like something about them is being attacked if the Lions don't win that game. For real.
No, and
circumstances don't apply. Common sense doesn't apply. None of it.
No, and it's not like we have a sparkling track record on Thanksgiving either. And even as good as this team has been, by the way, for over 2 years now, we can say that now, right? We can say that this has been over 2 years of the Lions being one of the best teams in the National Football League. And yes, I'm including the second half of the 2022 season because they went on a heater. And the heater hasn't stopped since then. But at the same time, Neal, you're right. Even with all that success, the one thing missing was breaking that streak. And they did it yesterday. And I'm not going to apologize for it. Something that you said, KG, like really struck a chord with me. I've never seen anything like it. Man, doesn't it feel great to have other people talking about, man, I've never seen anything like it?
Yeah.
How many times have we said that in our lifetime after a Lion game?
A lot.
How did that happen? What did I just watch? I've never seen anything like it.
But
let Matt Eberflus tell everybody he did the right thing. And Matt, keep up the good work, buddy. Like come on.
Well,
dude.
speaking of that, real quick in the chat, Byrne, I'd like to offer an olive branch to the Packers and Vikings fans. We all need to come together and pressure the Bears organization into keeping Matt Eberflus. Keep him home.
They play for him.
Extend him. What'd you have, kid?
The hard-nosed Chicago-type coach.
Right,
absolutely.
Yeah.
A great fit.
Great fit, yeah.
But no, I just continue to say the mark of where you know the Lions are an elite team at this point in their trajectory is They don't have to play perfect to win, but the other team does.
Yep.
You can't come in here and make mistakes against this Lions team, and that wasn't something we could say. Like you said, we've seen them lose games in ways that we didn't even think was possible. But now we are at the point to where the Lions can play a 75% game, and that is good enough. All they have to do is do what they need to do, and they will come away with the victory, no matter how it looks.
I was thinking about him the whole first half. I almost, if it wasn't Thanksgiving, I would have sent him an MFer type of text because, Neal, how many times have you said it? Man, you can't go down and conduct your business and settle for field goals. That first half should have been 31-0, right?
Yeah.
Get yourself one field goal, but turn those other field goals into touchdowns. And now, did I think that was going to leave the door open? Absolutely not. I didn't. I didn't think that was going to be a factor. But, Neal, you're absolutely right, man. You are messing with trouble if you settle for field goals. If you can't punch the football in, you are begging for trouble. And the Lions eventually found themselves in trouble.
And that was it. But they got away with it.
Yep.
Because they know how to win now.
They know how to win.
100%.
In the chat, all right, let's touch on this for a minute here. We're going to bring this up at about 11:28-ish, by the way. L, grow up, JMO. Cue the JMO suckers. You know what it said. In 3, 2, 1. No, L, we got to have a tough conversation about a guy on this offense. We do. We got to have a tough conversation and ask a question. And I want everybody to keep the energy. Me included. I want everybody to keep the energy up about it. All right? We got to have the tough conversation about somebody on this offense.
I got my feelings on it, and it is what it is.
No, we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay? And I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to ask the question, and I want people to chime in on it. But we're not there yet. We're going to get there. You don't want to miss this one. Okay. What?
That Neal grin is menacing. You know when you do that, it's about to be some shit.
I want everyone to keep the same energy for the same stuff.
I think I know exactly what Neal's going to say.
Okay, I just want everyone to keep the same energy.
To hear.
Will the conversation begin with "I was told"? No,
this one will not.
I honestly think I know exactly.
If you got it, Spenny, then I'll be impressed.
I think I do.
You read the scouting report this morning.
I gotta see.
Hey, the Neal playbook is out there, man. You just gotta study, but it's out there.
But it works.
Yeah, hey, it does work. I'll give you that.
Brian Ruth, JMO Trolls in the house. We're gonna get there, everybody. This dude will not be. Oh my God, dude, the JMO stuff.
No, that was another thing. The JMO haters, they just look for every single fucking crack in the armor to take their shots, and it's disgusting at this point.
I mean,
even flannel.
They trying to attack him personally, and we'll get into it. We'll discuss the play and everything that happened. We get it, bro. We get it. But I'm sick of the personal attacks on JMO. Just flat out. I know.
Skydog 722. I'm sorry, DEM. Neal, you called this one. We battled out to a win. Then Skydog 22. Neal said anyone who thought this game was going to be close were morons. Was I asleep yesterday during the show?
I don't remember that.
Didn't my walkaway was, if you're making me bet on this, I'm taking the Bears with the points.
You did.
No doubt.
You did.
It's hard to win games in this league. Chuck Brewer, Neal, this is why you need touchdowns, not field goals. With offensive miscues, it could have been 42-7 in the fourth. This is why you never let up, but a win is a win. You take it and move on. But you can kick field goals against rat-ass organizations like the Bears and get away with it.
No,
you know how
real.
I know? They kicked field goals against a rat-ass organization like the Bears, and they got away with it.
And won.
It's fair.
That's it. But the Eberflus thing,
that shit was
there is
crazy.
so much to unpack from yesterday. Let's do this. Let's take the first break. Everybody's warmed up. We're in here right now. And I already know how this is going to go. So you know what? F it. Draw the swords because apparently we have to draw swords about being 11-1.
I'm saying
I can't believe this, dude.
I'm over it, bro.
I can't believe it.
Dude, the reality is, if we had to have these types of conversations after an 18-point road win, and people were poo-pooing an 18-point road win at Indianapolis, what did you think people were going to say about yesterday? I knew. I mounted up. I got ready. Let's go.
It's easy money at this point.
Isn't it right?
It's go ahead, man.
I mean, they're the ones who are sitting in this SOL mindset.
Burn in the chat. I hit $20 on a Big Z sack, Neal. I know he ended up with 1.5, even though he, quote, sucked yesterday.
No, he did.
Who said he sucked?
It was a lot of people saying that, bro. I'm telling
Were you not watching
people.
the game? Were you like,
No.
They had 5 sacks
No.
yesterday.
I don't
No.
understand. If you said Darius Smith sucked yesterday,
You should be banned.
you're literally mentally handicapped.
And a lot of people just saying he sucks since he's been here, but he has 2
He's
full
been-
sacks in 3 appearances with the Lions.
But isn't that where we're at? I mean, like honest
what
to
are we
God,
talking about?
if we don't win by 28 points and every player has 3 or 4 sacks, or I mean, that's where we're at right
Like,
now.
it can't-
That guy sucks. This team sucks. It's a fraud. I mean, this is a weird place
He's been
right now.
statistically one of the best pass rushers in the NFL
In the league.
since he got to the Lions.
in the league.
And without him yesterday, you don't win that game.
No.
He made the game-saving play.
And did you see him walk into the building yesterday?
Yeah, leather pants. I
You
told
know,
you he
that's
was
what
gonna
I
get a sack.
that's what I made it a guarantee he was going to get a sack.
told you, bro. The
Sean was going to wear leather pants.
leather-